वचनं मधुरं चरितं मधुरं वसनं मधुरं वलितं मधुरं चलितं मधुरं भ्रमितं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
वेणुर्मधुरो रेणुर्मधुरः पाणिर्मधुरः पादौ मधुरौ नृत्यं मधुरं सख्यं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गीतं मधुरं पीतं मधुरं भुक्तं मधुरं सुप्तं मधुरं रूपं मधुरं तिलकं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
तरणं मधुरं तरणं मधुरं हरणं मधुरं स्मरणं मधुरं वमितं मधुरं शमितं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
कुञ्जा मधुरा माला मधुरा यमुना मधुरा वीथी मधुरा सलिलं मधुरं कमलं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गोपी मधुरा लीला मधुरा युक्तं मधुरं मुक्तं मधुरं दृष्टं मधुरं शिष्टं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गोपा मधुरा गावो मधुरा यष्टिर्मधुरा सृष्टिर्मधुरा दलितं मधुरं फलितं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं
स्वरं मधुरं वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरं हृदयं मधुरं गमनं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
वचनं मधुरं चरितं मधुरं वसनं मधुरं वलितं मधुरं चलितं मधुरं भ्रमितं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
वेणुर्मधुरो रेणुर्मधुरः पाणिर्मधुरः पादौ मधुरौ नृत्यं मधुरं सख्यं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गीतं मधुरं पीतं मधुरं भुक्तं मधुरं सुप्तं मधुरं रूपं मधुरं तिलकं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
तरणं मधुरं तरणं मधुरं हरणं मधुरं स्मरणं मधुरं वमितं मधुरं शमितं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
कुञ्जा मधुरा माला मधुरा यमुना मधुरा वीथी मधुरा सलिलं मधुरं कमलं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गोपी मधुरा लीला मधुरा युक्तं मधुरं मुक्तं मधुरं दृष्टं मधुरं शिष्टं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मनु मुकुरु सुधारी बरनउ रघुबर विमल जसु जोदायकु फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल ज्ञान बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीसति लोक उजागर। रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा। महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी। कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा। हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे। शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन। विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर। प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया। सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा। भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज संवारे। लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुबीर हरषि उर लाए। रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरतई सम भाई। सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावे अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे। सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा। जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सकै कहाते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा। तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। जुग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु लील्योताहि मधुर फल जानू। प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे। सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज सम्हारो आपे तीनों लोक हांकते कांपे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा। संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों जुग पर ताप तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता असवर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुबर पुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित्तन धरई हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई। जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जय नाथ हृदय महडेरा। पवन तनय संकट हरना मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुर भूप। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय।
सच्चिदानन्दं वासुदेवं व्रजप्रियं धर्मसारथिं संस्थापकं वीरम् कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा, भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा, भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
Jai Shri Krishna, Shri Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum, Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. A heartfelt welcome to all the Gita sadhakas and sevis to today's Vivechan session. Gita Pariwar brings to life the profound vision of our Paramapujya Swamiji Acharya Govind Devgiriji Maharaj, offering us a rare opportunity to study the Bhagavad Gita. While chanting its verses is beautiful, these Vivechan sessions are key to truly understanding the shlokas. By providing the practical insights, they help us weave the Gita's wisdom into our daily lives, guiding us on a transformative journey towards personal growth and enlightenment. Today, we are having the third interpretation session of the 18th Adhyaya of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā, Moksha Sannyasa Yoga. A request before we get going, since we are connecting online, a few digital issues may come up. To stay focused on the session, we can try one of these things. In case of any audio issues, we can check our device's volume or try a pair of headphones. In case of laggy or blurry stream, try switching to Wi-Fi or close unnecessary apps to boost the speed. If you experience any video problems, confirm the start video option is toggled on and check your Zoom display settings. If you are getting distracted by chat messages, silence notifications by tapping the bell icon in the top right. Connection keeps dropping and the app is crashing. We can click the original link and get back right in. If the Zoom is persistently lagging, then we can always switch over to the YouTube live stream for a more stable experience. Let us begin with a prayer to center ourselves, release our egos, and invite grace needed to fully absorb the sacred wisdom. Let us now unite in seeking the Almighty's blessings. To receive prarthana, we have Srimati Sushma Bhatt ji with us. Sushma ji is a postgraduate and a homemaker from Jammu. Associated with Gita Pariwar since June 2024, Didi ji is offering seva as a tech star. Jai Shri Krishna, Sushma ji Didi. Request you to recite the prayer.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Vasudeva Sudam Devam Kamsachanurmardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. Shri Krishna Vande Jagadguru. Jai Shri Krishna.
Yes, Jai Shri Krishna Didi. Thank you for the beautiful prayer. Really appreciate it. Now it's time for Deepa Prajwalan. This ancient tradition marks the triumph of light over darkness and knowledge over ignorance. It is our silent prayer for the Almighty to lead us from ignorance to wisdom. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. May the light of this Deepa guide our session today. We have Srimati Maumita Ghosh ji with us to light the lamp. Maumita ji Didi is a devotee from Asansol, West Bengal, associated with Gita Pariwar since April 2024. Didi ji is giving seva as a group coordinator, tech star, and CT, and also a part of the calling department. We request Maumita ji Didi to do the Deepa Prajwalan. Jai Shri Krishna Didi.
निषिद्धैरप्येभिर्लुलितमकरन्दो मधुकरैः करैरिन्दोरन्तश्छुरित इव सम्भिन्नमुकुलः विधत्तां सिद्धिन्नो नयनसुभगामस्य सदसः प्रकीर्णः पुष्पाणां हरिचरणयोरञ्जलिरयम् शरदिन्दुनिभां शुभ्रवस्त्रैरलङ्कृतां कलहंसकृतावासां वरदां शारदां नुमः वरदां शारदां नुमः.
Thank you so much, Maumita Ji Didi, for the beautiful Deepa Prajwalan. Before we get started, a quick announcement. A new L1 batch has officially started since Friday. The classes are going to start from tomorrow. So there is still time. Request you all to share the registration link with your family and friends so that they can also join this divine community. We have now reached the moment we all have been waiting for. It is an absolute honor to welcome our respected and beloved Vivechak, Srimati Shraddha Raodeo Ji Didi, to today's session. A dedicated disciple of our Parama Pujya, Swamiji Govind Dev Giriji Maharaj, Srimati Shraddha Ji Didi serves as the president of Geeta Pariwar, Bhagyanagar, that's Hyderabad. Since joining the Geeta Pariwar back in August 2020, she has truly become a cornerstone of the organization. One of her most incredible milestones was pioneering the first ever jail classes at Learngeeta. Through her brilliant guidance, inmates were inspired to memorize 12 entire chapters of the Gita and successfully pass the Pathic exam. Her leadership spans so many areas. After building and leading our monitoring team for over 2.5 years, she now oversees the literature proofreading team across 13 different languages. On top of that, she conducts weekly interpretation sessions for the online Geeta Santa classes and actively supports our training and examination departments as well. And for over a decade, she also has been a pillar of Bal Sanskar, beautifully nurturing our children with scriptural wisdom and patriotic values. This remarkable journey is complemented by an impressive technical foundation, a bachelor's in engineering and electronics and a PG diploma in IT, and a 13-year corporate tenure as a mobile application developer and team lead. We are indeed blessed to receive her insights today. Let us all extend our heartfelt and warmest welcome to Srimati Shraddha Raodeo Ji Didi Ji. Jai Shri Krishna, Shraddha Ji Didi. A warm welcome. Look forward to your session. Dhanyavad. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna Didi. That was a beautiful start of the session. A very, very warm welcome to the session, all of you. We are in the middle of a very beautiful chapter, which is extremely beautifully summarizing all that we have seen so far in the 18th chapter. Let us all pray to Param Puja Gurudev that all the teachings that we are going through in this chapter may become a part of our day-to-day life, and may we all be able to assimilate all these teachings beautifully in our lives. Let us all pray together. Hari Om. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Krishnaya Vasudevaya, Haraye Paramatmane, Pranatah Kleshanashaya, Govindaya Namo Namaha. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshini Bhagavati Mashtadasha Thyayini Ambatva Manusandanami Bhagavadgītā Bhavatveshini. Om Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Shri Krishnaya Namaha. So we were in the middle of a very beautiful discussion in the last week, what we have seen so far and what we have been experiencing throughout this little companionship that we've had with our Geeta Mata. What we have seen so far is extremely enchanting. We all know in the prayer that I just said, we all know, we have seen that Bhagavad Gita is our Mata. She is our mother. We will see in the Nyas this shlok that I chanted. And like how a mother is constantly guiding us, ensuring that we stay on the right path. This is constant guidance given to us by our mother. Similarly, this Gita Maya, she has been there for many, many births. What we learn from her is not only up to this birth, but for many more births, she is going to be there to accompany us, to make us understand what is right. And after crossing these bridges of so many births to attain that final level of accomplishment, final liberation, final moksha, she will be able to guide us to reach there. It is a beautiful chapter that we are in where everything is being summarized. It is very essential that important things are reiterated to us. It is important that we keep revising things. If you are going for an exam, it's important that we keep reiterating, and this chapter is entirely about reiteration. Joining the dots, what we have learned so far, Karma Yoga we have seen, and beautifully Shri Krishna has explained what is the importance of karma, how to convert your karma into karma yoga, and eventually performing yajna by the means of your daily karma. That is what all karma yoga is all about. And connecting the dots of that karma yoga with the gunatraya vibhaga yoga, how your karma, in what direction it should be directed, in what way we should be doing our karma, that is beautifully explained at the beginning of this chapter. First few shlokas that we are going to see are all about how to do this. And in the last session, we saw how an inspiration to do any karma chodana, gets translated to karma sangraha. That is the actual application of any karma. How it is going to be, that transformation going to happen. We all wished to learn Bhagavad Gita. From many years, it might be a hidden wish. We all must have, at some point of time in our life, desired that I learn something nice in my life, and that is how we all landed here. But that one click on the link, our learngeeta.com, that registration, that is the place where karma sangraha has happened, where we actually transformed our wish, our desire to do something into the real action. And for that, Sri Krishna has very nicely told what are the different things that, how this transition happens from karma chodana to karma sangraha. Why is this transition very, very important? Why is this transition required? See, we are living in a modern era. We say we are living in this Kali Yuga. We are always upgrading ourselves, isn't it? We are upgrading our computers, our phones, our homes, our furniture, everything. Nowadays, it's an era of upgradation. And then when we talk about upgradation, what is the best parameter that would define where our upgrade is happening? Is in the actions that we perform. So we have to eventually focus on not only just doing our duties in the way they have been going on from many, many years, but we have to upgrade our karma also. Not only the phones, mobiles, and these bhautik cheeze, these worldly pleasures, worldly things that we have to upgrade our own karma. So the yoni that we are born in, the kind of birth that we've had, next birth is even better than that. What we are basically doing, we are just expanding the limits of our perception, expanding them from just the practical, pleasurable things to our own birth, to our own karma. And in this process of upgrading ourselves, in the process of upgrading our karma, Sri Krishna has done a very detailed analysis of this entire process of karma. How the inspiration to do something, becomes the actual karma. And today, the section that we are going to start with is going to explain us the different types of karma, how the actions that we do determine where we go. How do I judge whether my karma that I am doing, is it in the direction of upgradation or is it downgrading itself? We have to learn to introspect our own karma. And to do this introspection, we should have some parameters. How we introspect? We have a checklist. This tick means this is right. Are we moving in the right direction? We have to have that checklist. The checklist of assessing our own karma comes in the shlokas that we are going to discuss today. So today we will be starting our discussion from the 23rd shlok. And before that, also last time what we had seen was something very important, the types of jnana. What are the different types of knowledge? We had seen that knowledge is extremely essential, and on the basis of the knowledge that we have seen that we have to always move towards the sattvic knowledge, towards the best type of knowledge, and making that knowledge as the foundation. We have to upgrade our karma to the best possible type of karma. And what is the best possible type of karma? That we will be seeing from the section that we will start today. Let us go through the 23rd shlok. Niyatam sangarahitam aragadveshatakritam apalapripsuna karma yattat sattvikamochyate. What is this best type of karma? Yattat satvika uchyate. Shri Krishna, now after having told us the three different types of knowledge, we examine our own actions, upgrade by the analyzing our own actions. So first Shri Krishna tells what is the best type of action that we have to do. This is the sattvic action. What is the best thing that we should do? The very first thing that Shri Krishna mentions here is niyatam. What is this niyat? Amongst all the things that we have, we are choosing to do, one important parameter that we should always remember is the task that I am doing. Is it niyata for me? What is the meaning of niyata? Is it really meant for me? Am I expected to do that? We are always, this is very important, because most of the time when we are analyzing certain things, we start analyzing others, we start analyzing other people's responsibilities, other people duties. First thing we have to see is the action that I have done, whether it is uh, just passing a comment on somebody else's task, just giving a feedback. Is it in the purview of my responsibilities? Or just, अब कोई नहीं था तो मैंने कर लिया. That is okay to a certain extent, but was I expected to do? What was expected out of me? This niyata basically means, am I expected to do it? Is it a part of my swadharma? And how do I understand whether it is a part of my swadharma or not? For that, it is very, very essential that we understand, that we try to introspect whether this is come, it is prescribed to for me in the scriptures. Most of the time now, initially it was a little easier in the olden days. There was this chaturvarnya and things were much more clearer for the people who were in the olden days. But now people find themselves very confused about what is my niyata karma, what is expected out of me. And for that, we should always remember what is prescribed as per the scriptures. What do Vedas say? For every karma that we are doing, I am a mother. What is my matru dharma? If a person is a father, what is my pitru dharma? What are my responsibilities in this role? And now, Bhagavad Gita is not just for spiritual enlightenment. Bhagavad Gita is applicable to all realms of life. As the life is becoming modern, as we say, it is changing itself. As per the times, life is changing, things around us are changing. We see the relevance of Bhagavad Gita is increasing more and more. And when I say niyata karma, many people feel that now this might become just outdated, because who is learning the Vedas? Who is doing this? In that context, Jnaneshwar Maharaj has given a very beautiful understanding for this word niyata. What he says is, whatever, now the line is about Je Vadila Kariti, whatever the elders are doing. Now, here the word Vadil that Jnaneshwar Maharaj uses, it refers not only to your real father, only what my father is doing, I have to do. No, it refers to the elders. It refers to whoever is respectable in the field that I am working. If I am a Geeta Sevi, what are my senior Sevis doing? If I am working in an office, what are my seniors in the office work doing? What are the policies they are following? How have they shaped my role? Explaining all this. If I am a college lecturer, what have my senior lecturers, principals, directors, what has that system told for me? That becomes my niyata karma. It is such a generic definition. It will be applicable to all the things. So niyat means what? Following what the right person in front of me, what the right people ahead of me, what my elders have done. It applies to our traditions also. Our festivals are coming, our whatever new things happen in the house, how I manage my whole household. See this, after all the different types of modernization, the science has now started believing our older way of living was the best way of living. Our old ways of eating were the best ways of eating. Now we see supreme dietitians giving all the different diet charts, and now they have come to a conclusion: Gai ka ghee, cow's ghee is the best medicine, best thing for the body. Forget, it doesn't increase the. All these things are coming, going back to where, from where we had started. So that is how it is. Our traditions, our scriptures, what has been part of our scriptures, what our ancestors have been done, that applies to our home. When it comes to my workplace, what has been done by my seniors, that becomes my niyata karma, that becomes my standard of what I have to follow. And very importantly, sangarahitam. We see ourselves getting very attached to the karma. Now, one very common meaning is that I am very attached to the fruits of my karma. That is very commonly understandable for all. But Sangarahita, we are not only attached to the fruits of any karma, we are very, very deeply attached to the karma itself. Hmm? If I, how now things are, if I'm giving this particular job, then only I will do, otherwise I will not do. We live in the era of incentives. We live in an era where the moment you say, "Aap ye karke denge, mujhe kya milega?" That is the first question. What am I going to get? Simple thing, in our Bal Sanskar Shivers, we encourage our children to learn Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. Their first question, I can still understand the children. They are Rajasi Paigun, they are Chanchal, they are driven by motivation. For them, it is understandable. Even the elders, their parents will come. You are telling them to be enrolled in the Gita classes. What will they get by learning Bhagavad Gita? That's the kind of situation our society is in. That's the kind of mentality we all are developing. What we have to gradually do, we have to become Sangarahita, our karma. Now, after learning, even after reading Gita, sometimes we see people coming back and saying, "Arey, I was doing this. Now I have been shifted to another department. But now, I have worked so hard for so many months to build this thing, but I want to stay there and do that work." Attachment to that particular karma is also a very severe attachment. We might sometimes, give up on the fruits, on the results, but we also remain attached to the action itself. Main yahi karunga. I will do this. If you are giving me any other job, I will not do. I am expected to do this, but now if somebody has told me in my office, no, that this project is fine, you move to the another project, this project we are handing over to your junior, immediately we get what? We get demotivated. We feel after having put in best efforts, now they are taking away the credit. All these things go on in our mind. Why? Because we are not able to detach ourselves from the karma itself. This is extremely important. We have to understand that we have to be sangarahita. Raga dvesha tak. Same thing. Sangha is one thing, and raga dvesha applies. For instance, if we are, just every day we have to clean our house, keep things clean. As long as it is just, upar ka clothes folding, anybody will do. Utensils, okay, I will manage. But brooming, mopping, are mujhse nahi hota. Clean the washrooms, no, please tell somebody else, mummy. Automatically, what happens? We have a certain level of attachment towards certain work. We have a certain level of disfavor. We have a certain distaste towards a certain set of actions. These examples I am giving are very generic. Not necessarily it is this, but we have to see that even at a very micro level, we have likings and dislikings towards certain actions. That should not be there. Aragadvesha. No liking for a particular task, no hatred for a particular task, as long as it is a niyata karma for me, I am expected to do it, I should be doing it, then I should leave all that hate and love towards the task and go ahead and do it. So, how should our perception towards the karma be? There are certain things we really like to do, even at office, even at teaching. People like, I will teach very nicely, but when it comes to corrections, now bore काम है teachers का corrections करना paper. Then that doesn't, it shouldn't be like that. When we are talking about sattvic karma, the karma is, that will be done will be of best quality when it is done with this feeling of no liking or no disliking towards any karma. And aphala suna karma, done without any attachment to the fruits, towards the results of any action. Now, this is very obvious. One thing we have to understand, understand this particular phrase in a little deeper sense. The results of any action are definitely going to come. There is no second thought about whether I'll get the results or not. Then what is the meaning of saying staying detached? It means not having a preference for a particular type of karma. I wanted this and this only has to happen. That particular preference that we have towards this should have happened. We immediately get boggled by the result that has come. Why? Because we are very attached to a particular type of result that is required. Another thing is, now you will say that there could be a thing that Bhagavad Gita we are learning, we also want this love of Sri Krishna, and that is why we are learning Bhagavad Gita. So is Bhagavad Gita also learning Bhagavad Gita also teaching us attachment? Here we have to understand, when we talk about being Sangha Rahita or being Aphala Prepsuna, Aphala Prepsu means what? Not staying attached to a particular result means not being expecting any selfish results out of it. Anything that is only for my benefit. We will see how, basically how this kind of attitude can be developed. When we will see the Rajasi and the Tamasi karma, this distinction will become even more clearer. So, not being attached to a particular type of result, not being attached to a particular set of results, doing things what is best for me is, which is a responsibility, that is aphala prepsuna karma. All these things are coming as sattvic karma. When we think of sattvic karma, just knowing theoretically is not enough. We have to see who has done it, who is the best karma yogi that we know about, the one who is giving this entire scripture to us. In the song that we hear at the starting of the Vivechan sessions, we say, Karma Yogi Krishna Jaise. We have to become Karma Yogi like him. Means what? Do the karma the way Sri Krishna did. How he has done the karma. The beautiful thing that he has said is, in Bhagavad Gita also he says, Name Parthasti Kartavyam Trishu Lokeshu Kinchana. And there was absolutely no need for him to do any karma. Shri Krishna is free from any karma, but he is not binded by any karma. But at the same time, you see, he has not failed at any karma. We all imagine Shri Krishna with a basuri, with a flute. Hmm? And we see he has done this for a long time, and people were mesmerized by the flute that Shri Krishna has been playing. But once he went to Mathura, once he had the responsible of Dwarka, he has not touched the flute. Nowhere we'll see the mention of the flute in this entire Bhagavad after his childhood. Once he has given up on that, he has completely given up on it. He has not stayed attached to this flute. Not just this, we saw in this Bhagavad Gita, he is the charioteer of Arjun. The charioteer is now he is Sri Krishna Bhagwan, he is the Dwarkadish. He could have just said, I will, do the charioting, and but taking care of the horses is not, I'm just going to drive them, I'm just going to ride them. Rest is not, he could have easily given up the responsibility of taking care of the horses, cleaning them. In Mahabharata, we see a description where we will see that Shri Krishna is actually, giving a bath to the horses. He's taking care of the wounds of those horses. It's a battle. If they're getting hurt, he's also ensuring that the first aid and the medication is done for them. Why? Because everything that he is doing without expecting any. Now, for this charioteering, what he got in return? Nothing. But he did it because it was niyat. It was expected that he is guiding. It was on the behest of his loved ones that he has done. But when he was doing it, he didn't keep any attachment that, okay, riding the chariot is a good, but then cleaning the horses, all that, it's not a good job. No dvesh towards that job, which might look not up to his dignity. He didn't keep that. After during the Ratsui Yagnya that Yudhishthir was doing, all the duties were divided amongst the different Pandavas. Bhimsen was responsible for the cooking, and the parosgari, distributing the food, was the responsibility of Draupadi. All these distributions were done. Then came the cleanliness committee. It was asked who will take care of cleaning the plates, who will take care. Probably nowadays also it happens now when we are organizing, then cleanliness committee, there are no volunteers available for that. Probably similar situation must have happened at the time of Mahabharat. Nobody must have said, okay, I will do. But Shri Krishna Bhagwan, he says, okay, I will do. मैं करूँगा. And he took the responsibility of washing the feet of all the Brahmins and cleaning the plates after they have had their food. Was it something that Advarkadish would do? But this is what he has chosen to do. Aragadveshatakritam. And after getting all this, what he was going to get, so many kingdoms he has toppled for establishing dharma. It was his job to establish dharma. He has come in that. How many kingdoms he has kept for himself? Nothing. What is he getting? There was no treaty. You pay me so much and I'll give you protection. No treaty is like that. Establishing dharma and then leaving all the control. This entire Mahabharata war, he has become the doot. He has become the messenger for the Pandavas. What he was getting for them? Nothing. Apala prep suna karma. No attachment towards the karma. So if we see the best example how a sattvic karma should be done. Now we are trying to inculcate Bhagavad Gita in our lives. We are trying to get Gita in our lives. Gita padhe padhai जीवन में लाए. How will we get it in our lives? Not just by reading it, not just by memorizing it, but by seeing the life of Sri Krishna. By going through the life of Sri Krishna, by going through the dinacharya of Sri Krishna, we will be able to understand how a sattvic karma is to be done. We all become, devotees, and then we feel no need to do puja, archana, no need to go to Ganga Mata because we are already in the shelter of Gita Maya. All those things come. But look at the life of Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna has taken his entire family for the Tirtha Yatra. He is Bhagwan. We become lazy to do the meditation and all. But look at Krishna Bhagwan, he's getting up early in the morning before the entire family gets up, he's doing dhyan. You look at the Dincharya of Krishna Bhagwan, early morning is getting, not waiting, now my Srimati ji will give me a cup of tea, and then because I'm the head of the family, others have to wake up before me. Nothing like that. Before anybody else would wake up, Sri Krishna Bhagwan at Brahma Muhurta, he is getting up and doing the dhyan. All these things today, Yoga Day, we also should do a sankalpa like that. International Yoga Day. We also have to do a sankalpa. He's Yogeshwara Krishna. We are so blessed on the day of this Yoga Day, International Yoga Day. Just physical asanas is not yoga. We are learning Yoga Shastra. Entire Yoga Shastra, this asana, pranayam, it is a very small element of yoga. What we establish and what we achieve, what we get through our karma, through our actions, is a bigger yoga. It is karma yoga. So when we are today, when we are, making a commitment, at least for few days we do, no, sankalpa, today is yoga divas, we attend some events, and then we say at least, we will do yoga, and then at least few days we follow that routine. But we are learning yoga shastra, we have to see the bigger definition of yoga. It is not just doing yoga pranayam. What is the definition? Sorry, what is the definition of yoga? Samatvam yoga uchyate. Yoga karmasu kaushalam. Karmasu kaushalam. The perfection in our karma is yoga. So when we are talking about sattvic karma, this shlok teaches us having perfection in our karma. Yoga karma kaushalam. So by means of this shlok, we can become perfect in our actions, and that itself is the supreme yoga. So this is how we have to proceed towards sattvic karma. And then Shri Krishna explains what is the next category, the sattvic karma. It is good, but it is tough. You will see all this is theory, we are not being attached to our karma, not but gradually we will have to reach there. Continue doing what we are doing, and that we keep seeing the lives of these great people, like whom Veer Savarkarji, Vivekanandaji. So Veer Savarkarji also, we should know, he was a barrister. He is a great barrister and perfect skills, beautiful. He was the most talented person on the face of this earth at the time, at that era. The Britishers really wanted him to stay in London and do practice there. They wanted to utilize his skills, but he said, no, I want to go back to my Matrubhumi. Aphalap Prep Suna. No, what is he going to get there? I don't care. I have to go back and fulfill my responsibilities. When we see such great life stories, when we see the great personalities like Swami Vivekananda, there is a Israeli researcher, wise man. He was an Israeli researcher who greatly helped the armed forces in America. And he was asked, what do you want in return of whatever you have done? Because of that, America won, and they wanted to reward him in some way. What is it that we can give you? He was asked. He said, I don't want anything for myself. What I want that America should always stand behind Israel. He was a Jew, and he wanted that always, I want you to support my nation. So, what was the want? It was not any selfish want. So, desires basically are not bad. When we say Aphala Prep Suna, even Savarkarji, what was his desire? My nation first. When our karma is free from the selfish desires, then that desire is going to free you from everything. That is going to free you from the binding of the karma. That is why it becomes a sattvic karma. But what we see around us, the normal category of karma that we see, Shri Krishna explains, Yattu kamipsuna karma sahankarena va punaha kriyate bahulaya santadraja samudaratam What will I get? If I do this, who all are going to come to know that what am I going to get? Yattu kamep sunakar. This is purely incentive driven. Tu yat karma kamep suna karma. The work that is driven by pleasures, that is driven by desires, is a rajasi karma. Va punah sahankarena means along with not just driven by desires, but also it has the ego of being the doer. Maine kiya, I have done it. In when we said the Sangha Rahita, the karma, we saw two types of attachment. This also is one of the severe attachment that people have. I have done. The sattvic karma will not be done with this kind of ego that I have done. They will not have that ego. But the rajasi karma, they will be driven by this. See, there are two types of powers that we have. One is one is the power of our knowledge, and the other is the power of our efforts. One is Jnana Shakti, another is Kriya Shakti. Hmm. These two powers, and they both follow one important power that we have, that is our Ichha Shakti, our desire. It is also a great power that we have. So, where our desires are headed, there our knowledge and our efforts will be going. My desire is that I should have lot of fame, then my knowledge and all the work will go in that direction. If my desire is a higher level desire, it's not a selfish desire, it will take me towards the sattvic karma. So this rajasi karma, it is driven by desires, it is driven by ego of being a doer, and however, one important thing, it is done with superb level of efforts. Kriyate bahulayasam. Bahulayasam. Bahulayasam is lot of efforts. So that is one good thing about the Rajasi people. We know that Rajogun, it is driven by action. So our desires make us dance to their tunes. Sale is coming and I don't want to miss it at all. We'll go shopping. No matter, otherwise you tell to go, now going for this, taking Bal Sanskar, we really have to push people, kariye, acha kam, yoga today, do yoga, go for walk. For sattvic thing we have to push, but these rajasi desires are magical. There is no need to push. Immediately new movie release, going out, new restaurant open, fast we'll go out, because we are driven by that kind of desires. For that nobody has to push us. And here, the rajasi people, they are driven by efforts, they are driven by competition. How this small children will tell, will do competition, and they are driven by competition. What am I going to get? Getting a medal, getting a certificate, getting some rewards, getting a chocolate, getting whatever rewards from the parents. That becomes a motivation for them to do the work. So they are driven by this competition. Kriyate bahulayasam tadrajasam udaratam. The such karma is Rajasi karma. Now, when we say that these are driven by desires, these are driven by ahankar, this is the literal translation what we have seen so far. How should our perception be towards this Rajasi karma? That is also very important. What happens with us? We start analyzing, अरे ये तो राजसी है, look ये तो सात्विक है. We should not judge this Rajasi karma as anything inferior, because this also becomes the start of our sattvic karma. Now, when we are trying to, tell children, even the adults, there are adults with the brain of a child only sometimes. All of them would love to go to temple, but sometimes, they'll not listen, and then we'll give. वहाँ ना प्रसाद बहुत अच्छा मिलता है. Some temples people love to go because the prasad in those temples is very nice. हाँ नहीं वहाँ पे तो जाएंगे. There unlimited prasad, महाप्रसाद. Let us go there first. So what happens, though we are driven by that desire to have the prasad, but in the process of doing that, what is happening? A good karma of visiting the temple is happening. So we do Navratri puja and all at our home. Now it is a task to, tell the children, "Aa jao, let's do the aarti." Sometimes they will become very lazy, but the moment we started, that okay, today this for prasad, that for laddu, all the children in the neighborhood would come and ask, "Auntie, aaj aarti ki prasad mein kya hai?" For that, they started attending the aarti every day, because after aarti, the auntie will give some good prasad, she will give some other laddu, she will give, and that is why they started coming for the aarti. Now, gradually, after years, they are so habituated that no matter what the prasad is, they have developed this habit of coming for the aarti. So, eventually, a good habit will start from a rajasi desire. So, we should not underestimate the power of the rajasi karma. We should not think this as what anything inferior to um, inferior to the sattvic karma. So this is very important. Hmm? So to begin with, our Rajasi karma is also important, and gradually we have to introspect every karma, that how much are the desires, driving me. That too, having good desire is good. Now this is also becoming a generic thing. Which desire is right for me? Which desire is not appropriate? We have to see any desire which is driven by a extremely selfish motive should be discarded, but something that is for the higher utkarsha, for the higher benefit, that is the right desire to have. Like what we saw for the Raj, for the people like Veer Savarkarji. It is like this, and every karma that we are going to do is going to reap its fruits. We are going to get the fruits when we say that, these people are driven by desires, they are driven by attachment towards the karma, they are driven by the results of the karma. What am I going to get? When we talk about this, what am I going to get? Because you are doing the karma, whatever you are going to get is becoming either your punya or papa. It is becoming a sin or good deed. It is getting attached to our karma. When will it not get attached to our karma? When it is driven, when it is done with a selfless desire. Only when a karma is done selflessly, the fruits will not come. For instance, if you sow a seed in the soil, automatically it will give rise to the plants and the trees will come up. However, if you roast the seeds, if they are roasted, if they are roasted in heat, and the roasted seeds are sown in the land, they are not going to give any plants. So, if our seeds are soaked in the selfish desires, they are going to give results, and that karma is going to get attached to ours. The results are going to get attached to our karma. However, if my desires are for a greater utkarsh, if the desires are soaked in selflessness, if it is for the larger benefit, that karma does not become a binding on me. These principles are in great detail coming in our karma yoga also. This kind of karma is going to take us to achieve great things, and we can not only will not only improvise ourselves, but it will improvise the society at large. So this rajasi karma is also okay to begin with, and gradually we have to control our desires, direct them in the sattvic direction, and then we will see ourselves enjoying the benefit of doing karma yoga. Then Sri Krishna describes the least, the most inferior type of karma, anubandham trayam himsam, anaveksha cha paurusham, mohadarabhyate karma yattattamasamuchyate. The karma that we should totally stay away from. What is it? How is it? Anubandham trayam himsam. Anubandham trayam himsam. The consequences resulting to some or the other kind of hinsa, that is injury. Hinsa basically means injury. Now, this injury could be a verbal injury, it could be a mental injury, it could be a physical injury, anything, kaik, vachik, or manasik. In that, it is not just physical himsa that people are talking about. So, anything that results to violence. Which type of violence? Violence by speech. Verbally, if we say something bad to others, verbally, if we are affecting, see, people who are listening to the session, none of them would be involved in physical himsa. That is the assurance that we all have, because we are by nature have some satvikta around us. We will not go beat others. So this is implicit. We should not do that, and we will not do that. But verbal also should be avoided. Anything that would hurt others, anything that I say, we have to do a careful introspection, should not hurt others. Otherwise, it becomes a tamasic speech. And that becomes your speech is also your karma. We have seen in the last session, we have seen every karma starts with either any of these three things, either sharira, vang, mano, bhiryat. The karma will start, karma arabhyate karma. The karma is going to start with any of these three actions. So even if verbally I am saying something to it, it becomes a karma, and it becomes a tamasi karma if it leads to himsa, if it leads to injuring somebody. And then manasik, forget, oh, not just saying, talking. By talking, forget about it. Even if I think, Are, okay, I didn't say anything, but in the mind, I kept all this. How he is behaving, what kind of dress it is, what kind of no dressing sense the person has, how much they are bucking me, how much they are, irritating. All these thoughts also add up to your karma. Because Shri Krishna has himself told that Sharira Vangmano Bharyat. So the karma is Sharira Vangmano Bharyat karma prarabhate naraha. So that is also becoming the karma. Because that karma is started in what? In my mind. So how careful we have to be. Just think about it. That even if I am thinking something negative, that becomes a tamasi karma. And then further Shri Krishna says, Anavekshacha paurusham, without thinking about our own capacity, whether I am capable to do it or not, we end up doing it. Floods are coming, but we think we are great swimmers. There is warning from the government, don't go in the waters, it is dangerous to go, don't touch a live wire, but we feel we are superheroes. And in that, how many times we see in the monsoon season younger people losing their life? Why? Because thinking that we can do it, without carefully considering the capacity to do something. Speeding, we see such young people speeding their vehicles. You are not supposed to be doing it. That speed driving that we see people doing in races and all, it has been done after years of practice. For a normal person to drive on the roads only, it needs a lot of practice. And these small people, without considering their capacity, without considering their capability, they will start, this is anavekshacha paurusham, without thinking about our own capacity. And all this happens, why? It is starting because of complete lack of knowledge. Lack of knowledge about what are the basic principles of driving, what are the fundamental principles of swimming. Without understanding, having a proper understanding of our surroundings, people end up doing their work mohadarabhyate. Where are these things originating from? Complete lack of understanding, complete lack of knowledge. Such karma, Shri Krishna says, it is the worst type of karma. This type of karma is what? Tamasi karma. Now, we had seen last time that this knowledge, we had seen the three ingredients of action. One was knowledge, second was the action itself, and next is the doer, the person who is doing the karma. All these things we are discussing, we started discussing because with the thing that we have to upgrade ourselves, upgrade our karma, and then we upgrade as a human being. Hmm? Depending on the type of karma that we are doing, that kind of human being we are going to become. So what we have to do, we have to analyze, understand, we have to analyze our own karma. There are two important things. We have to analyze, that is most important. This entire Bhagavad Gita is a scripture of introspection. It is not a scripture that will enable you to do comments on others. So first thing is we have to analyze, but analyze what? Our own karma. We have to analyze where are we heading? Where are we steering the car of our karma? If it is a tamasi karma by any chance, we have to move towards a rajasi karma. If it is a rajasi karma, then we have to ensure that it is gradually being directed towards the sattvic karma. So this entire knowledge that Sri Krishna has given us, it is first to help us know where we are, and secondly to understand where we have to head, where we have to go. These two things together will shape the kind of karta you are going to become. We have to ensure that we have to keep doing more and more sattvic karma. Ensure that we are probably all at the rajasi level. Avoid tamasi karma totally. If you are doing, continue doing the rajasi karma and gradually go towards sattvic karma. Samartha Ramdas Swami, so beautifully he has said, Jani nindyate sarva sodu nidyave. Jani vandyate sarva bhave karave. Manachi Shlok. It's a very beautiful compilation in Marathi, which is said to train our own minds. Manachi Shlok. It's such a beautiful compilation, and we see entire Vedanta Shastra. You'll see in very simple language it comes there, and what he says in these two phrases that I sung for you: Jani nindyate sarva sodu nidyave. We have to just give up everything which is not acceptable in the society. Normally, we will say all the tamasi things are to be discarded. And Jani Vandyate, whatever is liked by all, whatever the good behavior, good thoughts, good speech, good actions, that should be done how? Sarva bhave karave, with full devotion it should be done. If I am a teacher, I should be a best possible teacher, and with full devotion I have to do it. That is what is going to make me entitled to what we are going to become next, what we are going to see. Having described now the best type of knowledge, best type of actions, all three different types of knowledge, all three different types of action, giving us where we have to head, Shri Krishna now takes us to the third category, third pillar of the action, and that is the karta. He takes us to the three different kind of performers of the action, the three different types of karta. We had seen this shloka, Adhishtanan tatha karta, karanaincha prathak vidan, vividhasya prathak cheshta, daivaincha ivatara panchamam. Among the 5 important parameters required for any action to happen, karta was very important. And then we had also seen how the karma chodana becomes karma sangraha, and we are now in a refinery of the karma. We have to refine our karma, and then after, as we keep improving our karma, we will become a good karta. How is the sattvic karta? How is the best type of karta? Shri Krishna explains, Mukta sango naham vadi dhrityat sahasa manvitaha siddhya siddhyor nirvikara karta sattvika uchyate. See, we all are kartas. We are all karyakartas. We are all karta. Karyakarta is also a karta. Every type of action is being done by somebody. So all of us are doing certain thing in our life. For all the Gita Sevis, one thing that Swamiji always says, all the Karyakartas, Swamiji says that if we are able to imbibe this one shlok in our lives, then we will make our lives and this birth worthy. This is one shlok. We all want to become, we all want to become Gita Vratis. What is the real meaning of Gita Vrati? We, as per the definition of examination, all 18 adhyaya are kantastha, they are memorized. But we'll look at that word very carefully, vrata. Jiska jivan hi vrata hai, Gita becomes my vrata. Means what? I follow it by all means. I follow the teaching of Bhagavad Gita by all means. If you want to follow the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, by all means, if you want to live by the principles of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā, this is one shlok that should become a part of my day-to-day activities. This is one shlok that I should use as my aim, that should be in front of me all the time. This becomes the fundamental principle of my life. And what it is, the first thing, very beautiful, if the action is done with the principles described in this particular shlok, one most rewarding thing that you are going to get is you are going to get a lot of peace in your mind. Lots of peace. Why we are learning Bhagavad Gita? Why we are doing all this? Because we want Shanti, eternal peace we want. So this is shlok. This, if work is done in this way, it will bring lot of peace to your mind. This shlok primarily describes what is a sattvic karta. Mukta sangaha. He is free from all the attachment. I have to do this only. No, I want to become a particular thing only. I want to do only one task. No, free from all the attachments. How it is, but at the same time doing everything with full devotion. The best example of detachment is a mirror. So many reflections will come and go, but how many is it actually capturing like a camera and storing within itself? Nothing. The mirror will just reflect everything back. I do my karma and then I remain free from the detachment. I'm reflecting all the results back. I'm reflecting all the credit backs. So this is the most important thing. Be free from all the results. Now, when we talk about Sangha, it is not only the results of the actions. We are also stuck with the memories. Pichla aisa, the past memories, the present memories. Now let the right time come. I will ensure I will take the, revenge of it. All these different things will keep shaping or will keep determining where our actions will go. So we are, when we say Mukta Sangha, Shri Krishna is not talking about particular action here. He is talking about attachment in general. So a detachment we should be having not only from our actions but also from our memories. What was done in the past, we have to take lessons. We should not be foolish, but we should not be stuck to those memories of the past. We should not remain stuck to our things, experiences of the past to an extent that we lose the judgment of what is right and what is wrong. So, Mukta Sangha, do not worry about the future. That is also the worry for future is also a Sangha. It is also a type of attachment. So, these type of worries. So, we all have to, when we decide that we have to become Mukta Sangha, means what? Be in the present, learn to live in the present, be free from all the memories, free from the experiences, just focusing on the task and keeping it aside. What is thing that I am required to do now? I have to do, set other things aside. That is being Mukta Sangha. And then Anahamvadi. Everybody has the, attachment of getting the credit. Nowadays, the era is such that even if they are doing basic activity like cooking for their own family, there will be a status update. I have cooked for my family. I have cooked for my this thing. That also everybody wants to just go ahead and post it. That much we are obsessed to getting credit. We have to realize, understand that this obsession will not take us anywhere. Anahamvadi, I have done this. That ahankar has to go. That ego, that sense of doership has to go. Anahamvadi. We keep boasting, I am the one who is doing, but this has to go. While repeating that I have done the task, what happens? The value of the karma starts reducing. That any good karma that is done, it does not need any self advertisement. Let your karma speak for yourself. A karta need not advertise, I have done this, I have done that. Not required. The Satvik Karta will never feel that I have done this karma. Jnaneshwar Maharaj wrote such beautiful Jnaneshwari discourse he has given. At the end, what he says, I have not spoken these words. These have come because my Gurudev has allowed these words to come from me. These are what my Gurudev, because of my Gurudev's blessings, these words are coming from me. Some say that God made it done. This God has got it done, or my Gurudev has got it done. But Dhruv was such a small child. He has done great tapascharya. And when Vishnu Bhagwan came in front of him, Vishnu Bhagwan appeared in front of him and said, ask me what he wants. He was not able to say anything. When Vishnu Bhagwan touched with the conch, with his shankha, he touched his cheek. And then Dhruv has done a beautiful praise of Bhagwan. And Vishnu Bhagwan is full of appreciation because he's a small child. And Vishnu Bhagwan says, I really admire you. You have done such great tapascharya. What Dhruvji says is so beautiful. He says, when you appeared in front of me, I was not in a position to utter a single word. I don't have the capacity of doing this tapascharya. This austerity is not something I am capable of doing. It is you who has got it done from me. Your energies, by your powers, you have sent those powers within me, and you made me see. I am so speechless. My capacity is such that when God comes in front of me, I can't even talk. That is my eligibility, that is my capacity. Only when you touched, I could talk. Only because you gave me the powers, I could do this tapascharya. This is what is the devotion emotion of a sattvic karta. A doer will not get, a sattvic karta will not get stuck in an action in any way. He will not be stuck with action that this is what I want to do. He will not have the ego that I am the one who has done it, and he will not have any attachment towards the fruit of that action, towards the results of that action. We have to carefully assess whether any of these three elements are present in us. Geeta, now see, if we are free from these three things, we will be free from all the worries. Understand that Geeta teaches us highest level of psychological management. This is what it is. If we are able to follow these things, the contemplation of these three things, action, ego, and the results of our action, they make us uneasy. They are the root causes of all this distress. They put us in a state of distress, and that leads to different ailments that we suffer from. If we are able to follow these principles of Bhagavad Gita, we get the best possible principles for psychological management. This is why Bhagavad Gita is very, very important. And then Shri Krishna says, Dhrityutsaha samanvitaha. Dhriti utsaha samanvitaha. Dhriti is the enthusiasm. So see, first let us take the utsaha, enthusiasm. Utsaha Shakti. This utsaha is also mentioned as a Shakti. It is energy. Everybody is not there. There are some people, the moment they come to know that this task is there, we will end up doing it. Jithe kami tithe ami. Jahan kam wahan hum. That is their motto. Wherever they see, okay, there is this task to be done, they are happily willing to do it. Such people are liked by all. So utsaha, it is a utsaha shakti, it is the enthusiasm, is the greatest power that you have. We are enthusiastic to learn Gita. We are enthusiastic. Any work my parents are saying, I'm enthusiastic to do that. Such a child will be loved by all. Any person going to office, if they wherever the work is there, nobody likes dull people. So first thing is we should have the utsaha, we should have the enthusiasm. This Tanaji Maharaj, and so many examples are coming in my mind. Shivaji Maharaj's army. You see the characters in this life story of Shivaji Maharaj. You will find all these people full of enthusiasm. Tanaji, example of Hanumanji. Remembering Hanumanji will only fill you with full enthusiasm. Place time when all the Vanar Sena is in distress. Hanumanji has only one desire. No, I want to cross. What is it that I can do for my Sri Ramji? A person who does with that spirit, that I want to do it for my Bhagwan, I want to do it for my nation, I want to do it for my society, I want to do it for my family, I want to, study for my parents. When such a drive is there, when that utsaha is there, a karta becomes a sattvic karta. This Shaurya Lakshmi, Vijay Lakshmi, these are this Lakshmi, these are different forms of Lakshmi, these are different types of success blessed on us by Lakshmi Mata. To whom they will go to the one who has lot of enthusiasm with them. Shaurya Lakshmi, Vijay Lakshmi, this is the Shaurya, the courage, the success will go to whom? Those who are full of happiness, those who are full of inspiration, those who are full of enthusiasm, but not over enthusiasm. Understand that enthusiasm is good, but over enthusiasm is not good. For instance, a car should have an accelerator. Full nice, we need car should be in a running condition first of all. Then it should have an accelerator. It should go zoom. It should go fast. But most importantly, the brakes should also be there. Our machine, our car, our body is also a machine. It should be in a working condition. Nishkriyata we should not have. We should always be in action. And we should have accelerated action. We should have the enthusiasm. But we should also have brakes. What are those brakes? The brakes are this dhriti. This dhriti. Where to stop? How to control? That control is the dhriti. For instance, this Hanumanji went to Ashok Vatika. There he was thinking what to do. Now that story we will not get into the details, but he had so much power. He could have just picked up Sita Mata and come all the way. No, but Dhriti has control. What is the right thing? In that thing, what he has done when he has gone to Lanka, we all know that he has put the entire Lanka on fire. But you should also know that he has assessed how the kingdom is. He has seen where are the weapons kept, how is the army, how are the people of Lanka, how much are they in a position to support. He found out that they are already distressed by what Ravan is doing. He found out the situation of the society. He has taken all the details. He could have nicely fought. He was so powerful, single-handedly he could have destroyed everything, rescued Sita Mata. He didn't do that. He didn't cross his limit. He assessed how is that Lanka. That kind of thinking we should have. The breaks we should have, the control we should have. That control is dhriti. So utsaha is very important, but dhriti is equally or probably even more important. That control has to be there. And after having a good dhriti, a perfect enthusiasm, a controlled enthusiasm, we will do any action, and anything that is done is bound to get some results. How is my reaction to that result? Siddhya siddhyor nirvikarak. Siddhi asiddhi nirvikarak. Generally, what we have to do, I gave I did whatever was best possible, but still they chose somebody else for that job. Asiddhi. I wanted to do this and I got it. It is Siddhi. What is the favorable outcome becomes Siddhi. If an unfavorable outcome is there, it becomes Asiddhi. In both the situation, a person remains nirvikarak. It is they are not affected by the success and failure. This very beautifully has come in Angad's speech. Angad and all the Vanar Sena, which had gone towards the Dakshin, towards south, in search of Sita Mata, all the Vanar Sena was very disappointed. Some of them felt what we will do, what Ramji will do. Very beautifully, Angad has explained this. That you don't have to feel sad because God sees your effort. Sri Ramji saw Jatayu was not successful in saving Sita Mata. He was not able to stop Ravan from. He failed at saving Sita Mata. He was not able to stop. But what Sri Ram has done for him, the last rituals for Jatayu were done by Sri Ramji. That honor has not even come to Dashrath. That success and failure, God will not see. He is going to see your best effort. He is going to see if you have put in the best effort, and that is the realization that a Sattvic Karta has. They will be siddhi, asiddhi, nirvikarak. In both situations, they will be detached. Such is the condition of what? Karta satvika uchyate. Such a person is a sattvic doer. And the one that we see in the most common way, ragi karma phala preps, luptho himsatmako shuchihi, harsha shokanvitah karta, rajasah parikirtitah. A mediocre worker will be how he will be ragi, attached, addicted to their actions. This is the attachment to the actions happens in two ways. This is my task, so nobody should interfere. I will not take any suggestions. Mera kaam hai, I know how to do it. That is also one severe type of attachment towards the actions. Then second attachment is, this is my task, so the other tasks are not my task, I will not do. This is my task, so other tasks I will not do. I will not. These different ways of attachment to the task is the raga, that is the attachment. Examples of there are so many different examples of this. So even a small action that we do, we have a different kind of favorism towards the attachment. Now we see the parties, the party which is sure to win, immediately that workers will do what? Shift to this party, shift to that party, shift to. They will not prioritize their work. Their priority is what? Where am I going to get victory? They are not bothered about all these things that are happening. It is not, it should not happen at the cost of the national interest. They should work for their party, but the bigger thing is they have to work for the national interest. That effect is only gone. They are only thinking about the short term because they are attached to that victory so much. And karma phala prepsur, desire is of a certain outcome. They want quick result. Ipsu. Now here the word is not ipsu. What Shri Krishna says here, prepsu. Karma phala prepsu. He is not said karma phala ipsu. Ipsu means wanting results. But here the word is prepsu means what? Prakarshena ipsu. Immediate results. Nowadays, what kind of food we like? Instant 2 minute, everything. Now, if I want to work for a certain, I'm working for a party, but this year the party didn't give me a ticket. Immediately go to another party. Immediately, they don't have the patience. The people, the moment Didi, we are learning Gita from 1 year, but I'm not able to, experience all that you're saying. Instant results we want. Even to get a basic medical degree, we wait for 10-15 years of study. And for something like the Bhagavad Anubhuti, we want instantly. 6 months down the line, 1 year down the line. This will take many births to come. Shanai, Shanai, Ruparame, Shri Krishna says. So here people lack the patience. Karpa phala prepsu, want immediate results. What I have done now, immediately they want the favorable results and immediate results. Lubdha, greedy. Greed of wealth. Greed could be of anything. It could be of wealth. It could be of fame. I want to become famous. Wealth is easily understandable, but greed for fame also is there. I want to be known. For that, now these Instagram, what all these social media. Why? Because people want to become famous very fast. Himsatmak. Because of my greed, because of my desire to get immediate results, fast results, what happened? I don't care whether I'm hurting others. That tendency is himsatmak. Himsatmak, the tendency to hurt anybody, the tendency to get violent. Because I want to become wealthy, I start doing the fraud to earn, stealing money, frauds, all these things, no matter how many complicated, way they will put it, but it is because of greed that we are, people are, going in that direction. We saw COVID, best possible doctors we saw who gave away, didn't think about their own lives to save the patients. But there we have also seen the monstrous doctor selling away the organs of patients to earn more money. Himsatmak, not thinking that in the desire to fulfill my own wishes, what is happening? We are injuring others, we are tormenting others, we are hurting others. And ashuchihi, impure, corrupt, foul. They lack all the sense of purity. Now, when we talk about purity, it is not just external purity, but also the internal purity. Now, this entire topic that we are learning about karma, about the karta, all this, they are all being taught for what? The first thing I said, for upgrading our own karma. What is the best for me, that we are learning? Why? Why should I do sattvic karma? Why should I be a sattvic karta? Because understand one very fundamental thing. Karma is a means of attaining purity, chitta shuddhi. This chitta shuddhi can happen only by the means of karma. Which type of karma? Sattvic karma. Sattvic karma. So, to understand sattvic karma, this ashuchihi, why we are discussing, because all the karma is to for purity. If I keep doing rajasi karma, if I keep doing in a rajasi as a being as a rajasi karta, then I will not attain that level of purity. The rajasi karta have some level of shaucha, impurity, corruption associated with that. We were talking about the political parties, how they work in a Rajasi way because of the corruption, the foul play that happens around us. That Ashuchihi leads to Ashuchihi within a Karta makes them a Rajasi Karta. And then Harsha Shokanvita. Harsha Shokanvita. Easily. This we saw in the Sattvic Karta, Siddha Siddhyor Nirvikara, means is success or failure, do not move that Sattvic Karta. In both situations, they will remain content, happy. But a Rajasi Karta will easily get moved by joy and sorrow. मुझे चाहिए था नहीं मिला, grim, and I will not do any further work. What I wanted, I got more enthusiasm to work. Easily gets moved by the results of the actions. So they will be excited with small achievements. They will get very frustrated with the little small failures. We see result is not good. The children, how they take extreme actions like suicide and whatnot. Easily getting upset with insignificant displeasures. They will get upset and take such horrible steps. That is all Rajasi karma. They themselves are Rajasi karta. Something that government is doing, we didn't like, then lot of julus and all that. In small things, not waiting for discussions. All these different extreme reactions we see in a karta rajasa. Karta rajasa parikirtita. Rajasa karta parikirtita. Such a karta is known as a Rajasi karta. I know we are exceeding time, but quickly we'll see a tamasi karta. So all these three we will get together. Ayukta prakrita stabdha shatho naishkritiko lasaha vishadi dirgha sutri cha karta tamasa uchyate ayukta. Now listen carefully to this shlok. If any of these are coming in, any of these gunas are coming in us, immediately we have to discard it. What is it? Ayukta. Yukta is what? Discipline. A yogi has to be disciplined. Again, International Yoga Day is a day when we have to also take a pledge of discipline. Yoga will not come to anybody who is not disciplined in their life. The first important thing is yukta. Being yukta. Yuktahara viharasya yukta chetasya karmasu. Yukta swapnavabodhasya. We have seen this in the 6th chapter. Being yukta in all parameters of life, in all different phases of life, is the important characteristic of a yogi. A person who is indisciplined, ayukta, is what? Not going to head anywhere. They have no sense of discipline. A tamasi karta has no sense of discipline, so they cannot focus. We see the students today, discipline has to be there when we are studying. But what happens? One chapter over, now let me browse some reels. Again, another chapter over, half an hour over, I'll browse some reels. Then what happens? Because of that, their concentration power goes down. Such people who lack discipline cannot focus in their work. And today, unfortunately, we have this mobile, which has a huge role to play in making us indisciplined, ayukta. We have to stay away from such temptations which bring Ayuktata in our lives brings indiscipline in our lives. Then prakrita. Prakrita means what? Uncultured. Prakriti means what? Nature. Prakrit means derived with nature. When we say Prakrit, nature means what? As it is, no samskar. We are Prakrit when we are born. We are as the nature has made, two hands, two legs, crying. We are that. With the samskar, we become a good human being. Because of the samskar, because of the companions we keep, because of all that, we become samskari. Then that makes us cultured. Prakrit is the natural thing, and Prakrit means the one who has, as it is born in the nature. No, no samskar. Such a person, just as in the nature. See, a diamond also undergoes polishing, and then we see diamond in itself is pure, it is precious. But when it is polished, it becomes very, very valuable. Its worth increases. Like that, Manushya is very precious, good, but with samskar, he becomes glorious. That is why we have to become samskari. So, not remaining prakrit, not, people nowadays don't give importance to this bal sanskar, garbha sanskar, and all other different types of sanskar. 16 sanskar, 16 sanskar are mentioned. What is all that? To convert us from prakrit to samskari, to program ourselves, to polish ourselves. All these process of 16 sanskar is for polishing us, polishing our life. So we should be very particular about it. We should take all that polishing very seriously. And then Sri Krishna says, Stabdha, obstinate, stubborn. Such people are tamasi karta. Yehi karna hai. No acceptance to anything. Even if somebody tries to tell them some good things, but the ego comes in between, obstinate, will not listen. Shraddha, also cunning. Finding excuses not to work, that is cunningness. Look, I wanted to do, but this thing I had to go urgently. They also know cunning. Shutter is cunning means what? Not doing anything, but love to take the credit, show off. Kiya to kuch bhi nahi. Now, what we see on the Insta, best couples, or so many things they will show as if they are perfect, but that is only for showing. Internally, we don't know, so we should not get boggled. We should not, get driven by all these things. We should be very cautious about them. Shata, because they are shata, a tamasi karta. Wherever you see these things, you will know that such a person is tamasi karta. You should be careful because they are cunning, they are sly. Naishkritikaha. Naishkritikaha means such a person will not think once also about harming the livelihood of others. Dishonest. I want to progress or detrimental. They cannot see other people's progress also. Our neighboring country, we are progressing, going to the moon and whatnot. They are saying, oh, Insta ka reel hai, they have not gone to the moon. Harming our own interest, harming khud ka progress, they don't care. Where our money is going only into the warfare, no progress for the citizens. But other countries should not progress. That is what this Naish Kritikaha, whether we consider whether we are progressing or not, but our focus is what? On harming others. They should not progress. Where am I going, that is not a matter for them. That is Naish Kritika. And then Alasaha, laziness. This we have to be very, very, very careful. Our scriptures, Sanskrit may, there are many beautiful subhashits, very beautiful. One of my favorites, आलस्यं हि मनुष्याणां शरीरस्थो महारिपुः. Mahan ripuhu. The biggest enemy of our body is what? Alas, laziness. So, not doing anything is their favorite state to be in. So that is a tamasi karta. Kuch nahi karna hai. Now see, a tamasi karta need not necessarily have all these qualities that we are talking about. They could be having certain qualities. We could be having some parameters of this. Maybe we don't have all of them. Tamasi karta need not be all of them. That trait is tamasi, we have to leave it. Even if by and large you are a sattvic karta. See, these three gunas are always present in some or the other proportion. Or maybe all tamasi qualities are not in me, but even if one is there, we have to be cautious. Then Vishadi. Vishadi means lamenting always. ऐसा हो गया वैसा हो गया. So many good things, so such beautiful arrangements for Kumbh. Lakhs and lakhs of people have come, but when the government must have done something good there. Some good things must have happened that they are able to, but people will take out only that one thing. Arey, but ye na bahut kharab tha. This one thing was very bad, horrible, and they will remember only that one thing. Always lamenting, complaining in every positive, even in a very positive things. Kumbha, organizing Kumbha, which comes in 125 years, not an easy task. And such a Kumbha has never happened. It is visible from the satellite. So many different things we heard. In all these positives, they will only focus on the negatives. Something to lament in that. That focusing only on negatives, that is the habit of a Vishadi. And Dirgha Sutri, procrastinator, always. Recently heard this thing, kal kare so aaj kare so ab. What we used to say, kal kare so aaj kare so ab, par mein parle hoegi, bahuri karega kab. This is what we have learned from the childhood. But nowadays, these modern children, aaj kare so kal kare so parso, itni jaldi kya hai, jeena hai jab barso. All these things they will think. This I'm telling on a lighter note. This is not how we should be thinking. What we tend to do tomorrow, we should try to do it sooner. We should not wait for the last minute. This dirgha sutrata, this procrastination is a very important characteristic of a tamasi karta. Karta tamasa uchyate. So we have to strive to become a sattvic karta, continue to be a rajasi karta, and if any of the characteristics of a tamasi karta are present in us, we have to try to discard them. That is the most important way about how we have to go ahead with our life, how we have to live our life. This is what we have to introspect. This entire as I told you at the beginning of the session itself, this entire Bhagavad Gita is a scripture of introspection on all the parameters that we discussed today, on all the parameters that we have seen today. We have to think and decide, where are my karma heading? How is my karma heading? We have to think in which direction is my thing, and then we have to break that illusion. We have to control ourselves and move in a sattvic direction, in the direction of sattvic karma, inculcate the qualities of a sattvic karta within us, and head to something which is more enriching. And for that, we are going to see some very beautiful things. So, to achieve all that, we have two important charioteers in our life. Krishna ke liye Arjun the na, like that, we are also driven by some two very powerful things. What are those powerful things that drive us? And what are the characteristics of those two powerful drivers? That we will be seeing in the next thing. Now we have finalized that we have to do task in one way, we have to become a particular type of doer, and where we have to head, we know. But who is going to drive this? The charioteers who are going to drive it. We are in the next session going to polish those two important charioteers. That interesting discussion we will have in the next session. With that, I thank you for the patient listening that you had today. Let us all bow down to Sri Krishna and offer this discourse at his lotus feet. Om Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om. That's it. Thank you again for the patient listening. I'm very sorry about the delay today, but the topics were so close to our heart. So thank you. Jai Shri Krishna.
Thank you so much, Didiji. And this is you make it so relatable with examples always. Another very impactful session. Thank you so much. We are indeed very grateful. And just a quick announcement: a new L1 batch is starting from tomorrow, June 22nd. And it is not late yet. You still have time. Please do share the link with join Geeta.com with your family and friends, so they can also start their journey of the Geeta learning. Now it's time to ask Didi if you have any questions and get that clarified. Please do raise the hand. And those who have joined through YouTube live stream, and if you want to ask a question, please join the session through the Zoom link so that you also get an opportunity to ask the question. Yes, Uday Chandra Bhayaji. Chandrika, sorry, Chandrika ji, Didi.
Jai
Jai Shri Krishna.
Shri
Yes,
Krishna, Chandrika Didi, Pranam. Jai Shri Krishna. Please unmute, Didi.
Yeah.
Jai Shri Krishna, Didi.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Didi, I have one question. How to learn the Upanishads and Vedas in an easy way in our spiritual life?
How to learn the Upanishads and Vedas, what?
In spiritual life, Didi. Spiritual and divine life.
In our life, how you want. The Upanishads are fine, you can learn. But learning Vedas, basically, see what we are learning. We are asking how we can learn it in our life. How there is no, see, life is life. There is nothing like a spiritual life and a practical life. No, the whole life is life. Spirituality is an essential part of our life. And
Yes.
sorry, and in terms of learning these scriptures, what you are learning now, this Bhagavad Gita, what is it? What we say in Pushpika? Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā, Upanishatsu, Brahma Vidya. What is this Bhagavad Gita? It is Upanishads. It is a summary of Upanishad. It is Brahma Vidya. All our Vedanta Shastra is coming in this. Upanishatsu, Brahma Vidya, and Yoga Shastra. So all these three combined together is Bhagavad Gita. So the first thing, if you want to go in the direction of learning Upanishads and Brahma Vidya, everything, it is learn Bhagavad Gita to its perfection. That is the first important thing. Whenever we are learning Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā, and if we feel that, I want to go into deeper, we can go very, very deep in Bhagavad Gita itself. And then Upanishads, definitely there are 18 Upanishads. If you want to explore, we can refer to any Gita press. There are all the Upanishads, Katha Upanishad, Prashna Upanishad, all these Mandukya Upanishad, good books are available at Gita press. Refer to them as per your capacity and try to explore them. When it comes to Vedas, it is not very easy to learn. Why? Because everybody is not eligible to learn Vedas. Everybody. Suppose I am a commerce student and I decide that, in 11th, 12th grade, I have taken arts and I want to become a doctor. I cannot become. I cannot apply for my NEET and I cannot apply at a medical colleges. If I am a commerce student, I'm an arts student, like how I'm not eligible. Like that, for the Vedic study, everybody is not eligible. There are a lot of, that Upanayan Sanskar has to be done. That also cannot be done for everybody and anybody. So there is a lot of rules around that. But there is everything, there are many things relevant in Vedas which we should know, which are relevant to us. How to get those lessons? For that, we should study our scriptures like Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, as we said, there are a lot of stories in that. Mahabharata, Ramayana. Take the help of this to understand everything in the Vedas. Maybe by the continuous Swadhyaya that we are doing here, we might become eligible in the next birth to be born in such a place where we can learn the Vedas. Everybody cannot, even I for that matter, there are things around how much Vedas can ladies study, and these rules have been made with certain, thought process. We have to follow that. Gayatri Mantra, many people saying chant, play it on the tape recorder, but it is not how that should be played. It is not how it should be used. It is very, very sacred, and it has to be said by people who have undergone that Upanayan Sanskar. It's very important that these rules are followed. So we should, do what is right. Start from Bhagavad Gita and pray to Sri Krishna, give me the right intellect to go deeper into it. He will drive your intellect in a direction which will take you to those lessons of Upanishads and Vedas and all Vedas Shastra which are relevant to you. हमको तो लेसन से मतलब है, एग्जैक्ट स्क्रिप्चर पढ़े या ना पढ़े, वी गेट द क्रक्स ऑफ इट, वो चाहिए. वो मिल जाएगा if we just keep praying with full nishtha, with full Shraddha on Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā. If we continue learning, we will be headed for the right path.
And another last question is there, Didi. Whenever we are going to schools, how to teach the children to the Bal Sanskar of easy way?
When you go to schools, you want to teach children what Bhagavad Gita.
To children, small children are there,
How to
first
teach
standard, second
Bhagavad
standard,
Gita to children?
them to Bal Sanskar.
To Bal Sanskar. See, there are, this is very beautiful. Now, and a very elaborate answer will come for it actually, which I want to avoid, but teaching something to children. Now, because you are saying this, I would like to inform everybody. I'm just using this platform. We have a portal, GPT11 portal, from in which there is lot of material. Time and again, we are at the end of the month, towards the end of the month, we are doing these training sessions. Sanskar Sanyojan training sessions are done at the end of the month. Next week, we are going to have these Sanskar Sanyojan sessions, in which we briefly discuss what all things we can teach children, how to conduct that in the Gita Pariwar way. So all that practical things that you need, practical equipments, practical instruments, stories, Bhagavad Gita, what all you need, that will come in those training sessions. And consult the seniors in your city, whichever city you are in. You try to connect with the Gita Parivar members of that city who have been doing. If it is not there in your city, then contact your state heads and all, and get the right instructions from them to proceed with this. ये हो गई औपचारिकता. This is the basic thing. But most important thing, whether you are teaching something to children outside your family, within your family, or anywhere, to teach them, go to their level and teach. बच्चा बन के पहले उनको समझो. Teach them in a very happy way. Now, Bhagavad Gita is a serious scripture. It is a deep scripture. Agreed. But how Shri Krishna Bhagwan has told? With a smile. Prahasanniva Bharata. With a smile he has told. So first, don't start like we are going to teach. When we are interacting with children, don't go there to teach. Go there to learn. I am going to interact with the children. Don't say मुझे उनको सिखाना है. I want to be with the child. I want to enjoy with them. Live your childhood with them, and then try to discuss all that you know with them, learn from them, teach with them, enjoy with them, and that is the best way to become a Bal Sanskar Karyakarta. बाकी तो आपको जो चाहिए सब GPT11, you get in touch with Namita Didi, get in touch with your state heads, and all that you will get from them. But the most important thing, your Chetana, आपका soul कैसा होना चाहिए? How your soul should be happy. It should be satisfied. Pure, not with the ego that I'm going to teach to the children. I am going to enjoy this time with my children. Other people's children are also my children, and I will teach them with same level of happiness. Just to keep a happy heart, a ego-free heart, go to learn, and you will be able to do best Bal Sanskar. Okay, so all these things, but it is a very big topic, basic whatever I could summarize for you. And it's a beautiful question that you asked. So very
It's so nice. Yeah, being a kid at heart, connecting with the kids. That's wonderful, Didi. Very nice. Yeah. Any other questions? If there is any, please do raise your hand and turn on the video. If it is not, then we'll move forward. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. And I would like to just take a quick minute to thank our tech star of the day, Shri Sunil Dhutji Bhayaji, and our entire technical team and all the devotees who attended this session with so much enthusiasm and interest. Let us stay connected through our Gita Sadhana and Seva and keep learning together. May the Gita continue to inspire us and guide us in every step we take. Let us thank Bhagwan Shri Krishna for constantly guiding us, lighting our path, and steering this session towards such a successful conclusion. I would like to request Shri Pranay Soman Ji Bhayaji to say the Prarthana. Pranay Ji is an accomplished engineer and a project manager handling power projects from Panvel, Maharashtra. Associated with Gita Pariwar since March 2026, Bhayaji is already giving seva as a GC, tech star, and also a member of the adding department. Pranay Bhayaji Jai Shri Krishna. I request you to say the prayer. Yes.
Yogesham Satchidanandam Vasudevam Vrajapriyam Dharma Samstapakam Veeram Krishna Vande Jagadgurum Shri Krishna Vande Jagadgurum. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna. Thank you, Bhayaji, for the beautiful prayer. Really appreciate it. Let's all chant Hanuman Chalisa and seek the blessings of Lord Hanumanji.
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुकुर सुधारि बरन रघुबर बिमल जसु जो दायक फलचारि बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीस तिहु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र ध्वजा विराजय कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजय शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन वसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सिंहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर सहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए रघुपति कीनी बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरत ही सम भाई सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावै अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावै सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीना तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना जुग सहस्र योजन पर भानु लील्यो ताहि मधुर पल जानु प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुमरे तेते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होतन आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना आपन तेज समारो आपै तीनों लोक हाकते कापै भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवै महावीर जब नाम सुनावै नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावै मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावै सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा जिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावै सोई अमित जीवन फल पावै चारों जुग प्रताप तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे अष्ट सिद्धि नो निधि के दाता असबर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावै जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावै अंत काल रघुवर पुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई और देवता चित्तन धरई हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई संकट कटई मिटई सब पीरा जो सुमिरै हनुमत बल बीरा जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई जो यह पढ़ हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरी सा तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जय नाथ हृदय महडेरा पवन तनय संकट हरन मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुर भूप सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय।
जय श्री राम, जय हनुमान, जय श्री कृष्ण। सर्वे जनाः सुखिनो भवन्तु। सर्वं श्री कृष्णार्पणमस्तु। ओम तत्सत। Wishing you all a blessed week ahead.